Bum, 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 bum. Here's Johnny. Thank you, Ed. Let's do this here. Hey, social media family. You with me so far? I have a half an hour to broadcast. So, let's go for it. Yeah, as this public library and any others of the licensed kind will close in half an hour, as I think you all have heard the announcement. Then how you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay. Not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right. Not best of all to be said, to be feeling less than stress, more blessed than stress, or too blessed to possibly become me stress. Doing yours, family, friends, hopefully me and mine likewise. Then I had to get a new charger, as I had left my last one with this one woman in question, for some such a given time, for that being of the atmosphere, premises, and properties of a local vicinity area neighborhood community free eating spot, as in soup kitchen, and being one of those that moonlights as a food pantry compared to other ones, being a wish. Don't everybody wants to get pictures. Sorry about that interruption. Could not be avoided. Everybody wants to get pictures. Really. The devil's a lie and the truth is not in him. No, he's no friend of mine. I personally don't associate myself with the likes of derelict transients, as an AKA homeless bums, God forbid. Although I had been one at one time or another myself, and mind you, as I kissed some cousins across the great waters of the Atlantic would say, and not by choice either. Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. At least not anytime too soon up again, God forbid. I've never been homeless by choice. I sure didn't put my designer watch back on my wrist before things grow legs and walk away. I mean, just spending clothes in downtown, vicinity area, neighborhood community, being of the business and school hub of our own great metropolis as we have it, within city limits of the city of metropolitan Chicago, North USA, aka the Bible Belt, for the Midwest, for the Western Hemisphere, being of the sister city to quite a few other ones like New York, Los Angeles, and etcetera. Yeah, I don't mean that I should not be alert, to my surroundings and characters within, where I can get more than enough of my own proverbial neighbors from damn hell, the worst or worstest ones yet, and one of not just the worst, but one of the worstest incendiary neighborhood communities, especially with the ones among themselves, the characters who have this daily and nightly habit with their obnoxious selves of bothering with other neighbors' apartment doors, Whereas it was bad enough that I got duped or scammed by a drunken bum, shyster, scam artist, con artist, white boy. Then I met in here. Well, this floor level of a public branch library. As a matter of fact, the headquarters public branch library, which has authority over all the other ones. And whereas, yeah, had been, how you say, well, he was circulating himself, to put it like that. That's not exactly what I meant to say, but that's one way of putting it. For these premises and properties, and could have practically, possibly be, like say, or how you say, giving off quite a stench, as most derelict trances are homeless persons of interest and characters do, because the majority of most of them are like that. You know, they prefer that alternative lifestyle preference. You know, I'm one of those persons that believe that to be the case in situations compared to others tend to differ as they spend up money that could possibly be put down as a down payment on a future place of residence. You know, regardless of whether it were to be some such economical cheap hotel or motel, or you know, a 2 or 3 story flat somewhere, even if it's just a hole in the wall. At least being homeless, I'm pretty much so in one myself for the same as said question or the former previous prime mentioned. You know, when it comes to saving up money, just to keep a roof over my head, you know, there's no shame in my game when I say that I will go all out my way to try to take care of the necessary and which is just that. You know, because you need a place of residence first and foremost before anything else. You know, if you don't want to be out of doors and living like some overgrown big baby boy or big baby girl, you know, looking for somebody to put you over their shoulders and burp you, be living hand to mouth. Feed me, you know me. Not that is what I meant to discuss with some of the matter, but then present time, as this library facility is about to close shortly, and then you can get a chance to drink some of this, relax. Like I wanted to, you know, got down here late, but at least I got something done for the day. I attended one of my much more regularly frequented compared to one of my less you know, pursued atmospheres and properties to, you know, making my presence known for self-help recovery program. The funny thing is, I didn't see that homeless drunk bum white boy that I had, you know, extended an invitation for him to pay a visit there with me only after getting back to the story at hand, or urban legend horror story, or a life crisis, personal life crisis, you know, which I had become subjected to experiencing, disregard or ignore the chatter in the background. This is a public setting. I have no control over that. But anyway, though, whereas he himself had crept up alongside of me and left me, went through the book aisles, and for this level of the library, whereas it's the law section, and then he come out on the right side of me, sat down at this here table, and then whereas he was sitting alongside of me at some such given moment in time, and I was listening to his conversation, you know, as he was. Have a nice day. All right. All right. See you. We'll talk then, maybe. And whereas, you know, I noticed he had a working. All right. I noticed he had a work. All right. I noticed he had a working cell phone, a working cell phone, a working laptop. He had some kind of limited ride, but anyway, from there, all right, against my better judgment, I extended the offer to him to spend a night with me at my place of residence. You know, only after I had put money down on the table for him, and then I, you know, took him to not just fast food place, but for that particular property of the part of the city of a more established place of business that serves food item products and cooked meals, you know, for a restaurant. And I bought him 2 meals, not breakfast, lunch, but lunch and dinner. And then I paid for his gas for the limited ride. Then I had to spend the night And whereas he himself, you know, was running game on me, whereas I let him have the little actual back bedroom to my place of residence, whereas I took my living room area, you know, as an alternative for me to sleep in which I usually, you know, go about making out to become a makeshift bedroom area for myself where I usually sleep. Only to find him standing in the entranceway doorway of my makeshift bedroom, living room area at 5 in the morning. Spooked the damn hell out of me. That joke. And I was like, what in the world? So how much more would it spook me if he had pulled that and if I was still an unbeliever when he had done or did that to me. But I shrugged it off. Then I invited him to my self-help recovery program. Only to find out that he had something like $900 in GoFundMe account. You know, or claims he no longer had it. And I was thinking, why didn't you get to a motel room with that? You know. But anyway, after the meeting, you know, he's like saying, well, women will go back to your place of residence. And I said, it's not women, it's me. You can go wherever damn hell you want, as they say, in atmosphere lounges or taverns or its principal properties of the public facility. You ain't got to go home, but you got to go from here. And as I had told you all this story, sad sack story, or urban legend, horror story, or whatever you call it, it's like a million, billion, not a trillion times. So much for that story. But anyway, as you all know, this library facility is about to close in 15 minutes. That we have it. It's down to 15 minutes now. As in a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes. Let me try to, as best I can, share with you all. And somebody that share with you all what I had become subject to experiencing today. Whereas I went to, you know, that being just one particular self-help recovery program meeting, and he wasn't there. You know, for the past few Saturdays in a row, he hasn't showed up. So that just goes to show he wasn't about, you know, getting some self-recovery for himself. You know, I mean, but then working stiff, hold down a 9-to-5 job for a college or university student, you know, is going to permit a complete stranger to spend a night in one's place of residence. And particularly, especially when it comes to a homeless bum or shyster, scam artist, con artist. Nobody, you know, nobody who still possesses half their marbles. Only a Christian would do that as a believer in God. You know, going the extra mile, or in other words, going beyond the call of duty. You know, above the call of duty, I ever said, more than your average Christian, so-called Christian believer in God. Anyway, though, I would have been blessed in one regard or another if he showed up or not. You know, if he showed up, that would show me that he's trying to get some recovery for himself at that one particular self-help recovery program. I mean, if he didn't show up, then I could get a breather from him. You know. Anyway, though, that's pretty much all I have to say. I gotta close out because I'm shortly after because this library facility is closed in 15 minutes. Then what else did I do for the day? Oh yeah, I had informed you all person I had to drop off at what you call cell phone store of a business establishment to get a replacement charger for my watch that's hooked up to my cell phone. You know, being because I had, you know, loaned it while I was there for the principal property in the atmosphere of a local vicinity area neighborhood community soup kitchen, moonlight as food pantry. You know, being one of most I know that serves the poor, needy, and homeless during the daylight hour compared to the few that I know that serves, you know, during the nighttime hours. And I'm partly at fault as well as she herself. She didn't return it to me, but I didn't bother to ask. I was so in a rush to leave there that I forgot to, you know, ask her for my chargers. So I had to buy this here replacement on short notice, you know, for my watch that's hooked up to my cell phone. And hopefully I see her again soon enough. And hopefully she returned her charger. See, I'm pressed for time. I can't get my words together. Hopefully she returned my charger to me, being a summer, so she had used for her own watch. She had a watch hooked up to her own cell phone, that required the same kind of charger on these kind of watches. See, yeah. Then it's all been good for today. You know, I'm just glad I had that money at that given time, so I could charge my phone while I would have to wait till the next business day to go to whatever bank I still have a little stash of cash in there and get a replacement charger, for my watch. Anyway, though, on this last note of interest, I like to say, and that is, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you think to do so now. My blood is still running warm. I recognize and realize, but whatever I have said, please excuse or give me butchering the English language of American dialect as we have it on the tongue. Present time, I can't get my words together. Sound like a sliced along speech impediment, back to present exact stutterer, memory lapse episode. No offense meant to persons who stutter, or comes back to experiencing analyzers. But anyway, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I won't think to do so now. My blood still running warm in the brain. But I recognize and realize what he himself had done across the Calvary. He was suffering at the hands of some sort of Roman soldiers upon the orders of their superiors. Religious, political, militaristic, and otherwise. But in their less ways, he went to that cross of Calvary to become a perfect sacrifice. The only sacrifice for you as well as for me. Don't steal my trademark gesture. Physical nature. I'm going to have to copyright it sometime. Whereas if any of us were to confess faith in him, regardless of race, walk of life, national society, lifestyle preference, old, young, like either of the two sexual genders, there we become to be blessed one with our another. In more ways, first and foremost, is salvation, which is the only means by which any of us can or could possibly become citizens of the kingdom of heaven. And the second of all is deliverance. But you must do so while you're in this world. You cannot wait till you make that transition for the great beyond or hereafter, or the afterlife, and then think that you want to profess faith in them. And because it's not BK, Burger King. You can't have it don't work like that, unless you become one of the few that becomes subject to experiencing one of those beyond the back experiences, be able to cross on back over to this side, reverse that decision you would have made to reject so great salvation, to only be found in Christ, being the only fire insurance against the lake of fire of damn hell, then you would be like the majority of most who go to damn hell who are there to stay, be tortured and terrorized by the devil and his demons in the lake of fire forever, compared to how we as believers in God, as Christians, aka Protestants, would be able across that great divide that separates heaven from hell among like-minded believers in God as Christians, aka Protestants, and in the presence of God and his angels otherwise. And on that last note of interest, then it's a wrap. And you all take care, be safe, be blessed. I stress, but in order to become of that last status, you will have to first profess faith in Christ, for tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Oh, it's not.